with SpongeBob returning to the world of video games in not just one, but 2 brand new games, I'd say the future is definitely looking bright for everyone's favorite undersea sponge on the platform. But with the hype of the Cosmic Shake still fresh in everyone's minds, there's a few things that recently came up for both games that I've yet to bring up in a video, partially because I knew the Cosmic Shake was going to be announced beforehand, so I was waiting on that to be revealed first, then make a video for it before doing anything else. And despite the last video featuring everything we knew about the game so far, I did wind up missing a couple of things for the Cosmic Shake, which I'll be going over real quick before moving on to what we recently learned about Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. So first things first, SpongeBob SquarePants, the Cosmic Shake, is officially confirmed to be what's called a spiritual successor to Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. For anyone that's not too familiar with this term, it basically means the game is directly inspired by its predecessor while being very similar to it. It's kinda like how Yooka-Laylee, well, the first game anyways, was to the Banjo-Kazooie series, with most of, if not the entire team at Playtonic Games consisting of former Rare employees who had previously worked on the Banjo-Kazooie series. It's not really the same situation with SpongeBob, because both Rehydrated and the Cosmic Shake are done by the same developers, Purple Lamp Studios, but I think it's safe to say that they've learned a good bit from Rehydrated, which Heavy Iron Studios laid the groundwork for with the original Battle for Bikini Bottom, and they're putting that experience with Rehydrated into something completely new for the series with Cosmic Shake, while staying in line with what made Battle for Bikini Bottom so enjoyable without doing anything radically different that nobody liked. SpongeBob games under Activision were definitely a weird thing. Next up, THQ Nordic gave us an update, and this isn't directly Cosmic Shake related, as this is basically an overview of the publisher's plans for the future. So THQ Nordic announced after last Friday's showcase that they currently have 42 games in development, with 28 of those still unannounced after the showcase. So what exactly this includes, nobody but THQ knows, hence the unannounced part. But really, who knows what they've got planned? Yes, it's still reasonable to assume that they're still on track to remake more Nickelodeon games beyond SpongeBob, and that some of those 28 unrevealed games could be more Nickelodeon remakes. I'm still holding out hope for the Jimmy Neutron Attack of the Twonkies remake. Last couple of things concerning Cosmic Shake that I actually forgot to include in the previous video. One is that on the key artwork for the game, we have Mr. Krabs in a salesman type of costume, and Mrs. Puff in a marshmallow costume. And I think this is hilariously out of character for Mrs. Puff, in my opinion anyways, so if this is an indication of anything, I'd imagine the story might get pretty crazy at points. And a random observation, the logo seems to include shiny objects, but they probably are not shiny objects. They just could be the flowers that we see in the skyboxes for the SpongeBob franchise. The other thing is the game's engine. We didn't exactly get confirmation on what engine Cosmic Shake will be running on, but in my honest opinion, I think that they're going to be sticking with the Unreal Engine for Cosmic Shake. The reason being is the aforementioned experience Purple Lamp gained from Rehydrated and its use of the Unreal Engine. I mean, how else could they have already announced this game so soon after Rehydrated's release, which was June of last year, if they had switched engines and had to make the game in an all-new engine? Yes, the game was likely in the works before Rehydrated's launch, as indicated by the Steam DB page for the game, which was apparently added in March of last year, roughly 3 months before the release of Rehydrated, so I think it's safe to say they're putting a lot of effort into this game to possibly even make it better than Rehydrated. But comparing how fast the sequel was announced after Rehydrated's release, to the amount of time between the release of the Insane Trilogy in 2017 and the reveal of Crash 4 in 2020, that's pretty much a 3-year difference between two different development studios versus a little more than a year's time with just one studio of 38 employees as of 2020, and that's kinda crazy to think about. Now let's move on to what recently happened with Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Ren and Stimpy were recently announced as a single fighter after being leaked alongside Aang and Korra via the Nintendo eShop, leaving 3 more mystery characters to be revealed of the 22 character roster on day 1. Yeah, about that. In Game Informer's interview with Ludosity's CEO, Joel Nystrom, he explains that there will be 20 characters at launch, with 2 more following shortly afterward, with DLC characters being revealed after that. So if any of you were worried about a certain character not making it into the game's roster, there you go, there's still a chance they could get in. As for characters getting any sort of voice acting, which the status of that situation has been known about for a while now, it's just I've kept forgetting to mention it in a video. When asked about voice acting in the game, Joel responds with, "Our focus was creating the best possible gameplay experience for core brawling fans and Nickelodeon fans around the globe. It's not as straightforward to do as one might think. And as we continue to build the Nick All-Star Brawl franchise, we will be reviewing all options, which may include adding voiceover down the road." So while voice acting won't be a thing in the game at launch, which is a bit disappointing, but since it can still happen later on down the line, I'll still be picking this game up, as it'll help hold me over until Spongebob the Cosmic Shake releases, possibly next year. And just in case it wasn't previously mentioned, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl will be releasing on all platforms on October 5th. Roughly 2 weeks away, and I cannot wait. But anyways guys, that's all I've really got for this video, and if you have any questions or really anything whatsoever, be sure to leave it all down in the comments section below. Also be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell if you want to stay up to date with any Nickelodeon game related news and updates as they happen. So once again, thank you all so much for watching and the constant support. I've been Blueknight, and I'll see you guys back here next time.
What?